I am also being joined by Somnath Bharti. He is the Aam Aadmi Party leader. He is Aam Aadmi Party MLA. Thank you so much, Somnath ji, for joining me on the telecast. What do you have to say about the Delhi state of affairs today?
Thank you for calling me to your studio.
So my first question, of course, Delhi has been inundated. There is a deluge just because there was a 3-hour-long rainfall. God forbid if it had lasted 6 hours or more, hell would have broken loose.
See, we need to see a couple of things before I start commenting on infrastructural lapse. See, this rainfall which happened today was the second biggest in last 100 years. The last which happened of this kind was 1936 in June, in the month of June. Today's rainfall was 228 mm, which is 25% of the whole whole rain which we receive in this season. Similar was the situation in 1936 when it had received 235.5 mm rainfall. Nevertheless, we were all anticipating that things will be managed. We tried to manage the best, and we succeeded to manage. Today, rainfall has exposed. I was anticipating that Honorable LG will sit and discuss and thrash out the problems which we are facing together. But he worked just like a BJP agent, and he was just saying that CM has done nothing and this has not been clean and all that. I mean, this is a matter of deep shame. What LG has done to this.
Somnath Bharti ji, are you? Is Delhi government taking responsibility and accountability for it? I'm saying, are you shirking responsibility and saying simply because we received 228 millimeters of rain this time around, therefore every tool in government's hand was incapable of foreseeing this?
Let me finish this.
Yeah. Okay, you finish this, but because I don't want this to be a brickbat match between you and BJP.
Today, in fact, I was listening to the other BJP spokesperson who was trying to justify the death at the airport, that it happened because of the Congress lapse, etc., etc. I mean, they're not even sensitive to the fact that somebody has died. This is the way BJP works. Today, the entire approach was what? That try to find wrongs with the Aam Aadmi Party government, try to defame Kejriwal. That's all, nothing else. And I'm with folded hands. I'm appealing to Honorable LG through you. Sir, this is not the time to find faults with the other. We need to sit down. We need to discuss. We need to thrash out. We need to see that why has this crumbling of the infrastructure happened. I was in my constituency from morning 4 o'clock, 4:30 I was out. And I was managing the entire constituency. I went to many places. I went to many basements. Still their basements are inundated with flood. I have been on the ground. I've faced many situations. So it is the time for us to take stock that our infrastructure is not equipped to handle this kind of rain. And hence, a serious discussion must take place on how to augment the existing infrastructure in a manner that such rainfall can also be accommodated.
But why? Why? What are we waiting for? Why has it taken so long? My question over here, sir, is when summers take place, we all know when the summer season in Delhi takes place, and then we have shortage of water, and then the blame game begins that Haryana is not releasing water, Himachal is not releasing water, and so on and so forth. Then the summer appears, and then you have inundation like this. This is not the first time that it has happened. Yes, the rainfall is much more than last year and last to last year, but inundation continues to happen. Delhi continues to be in deluge. There have been several times in the past. I could put out those visuals on your screen of how inundation has led to people suffering. There were street vendors whose wares have been destroyed. They will not be able to sell their pots because they have all flown into the river, flown into the water, the flood waters. Thousands of rupees of their produce has just gone down the drain. Literally, it has gone down the drain. Who is going to compensate? Is it Aam Aadmi Party government that is going to compensate them? Is it the BJP government that is going to compensate them? And mind you, sir, my colleague had gone to this colony. It's called Indira Camp. there are naked wires over there, and it is just a moment. If there could be a short circuit, or if the wire were to drop at one of the houses, it will all going to be destroyed. If a tree were to fall on those houses, the houses are going to be destroyed. In fact, entering into those houses, sir, those houses, the walls had there were cracks that appeared on those walls, and God forbid, if there is a similar bout of rainfall that takes place tomorrow for 3 hours or 6 hours, I don't know how many hours, those houses will collapse, and there may be people who may die because of those collapses. So what is the proactive step that you are taking to save those lives?
See, today, since morning itself, MCD or PWD or flood department or DM office, revenue office, disaster management team, everybody, Delhi police, everybody was on the ground. We tried our best to manage things, and we succeeded to save lives. We succeeded to save each and every individual. There is no loss of life in South Delhi, vis-a-vis when you talk of my constituency and the nearby constituencies. So what I'm saying that everybody was alert, but this kind of rain was not expected. That was the whole problem. And if please take it on record that had it rained only in the manner it was supposed to rain, let's say whatever we experienced in one day of rainfall, we would not have faced any such situation. This has happened because of that exceptional rain, and that is why I'm calling it natural calamity. It is not an ordinary day in the history of India and the history of Delhi.
So are you saying this is force majeure? Government, you could not have done anything whatsoever. You are blaming it on the lack of infrastructure, and there needs to be a complete overhaul. But what about the lack of preparedness? What about the waterlogged roads? What about the desilting works that have not been completed? What about the dredging of Yamuna that has not been done? How do you explain and justify all of it?
See, if you look at whatever is in our hand, and whatever was there anticipated, we had done the preparation, and all the stormwater drains have been desilted, all the stormwater drains of MCD have been desilted. But question is that was that enough to handle this kind of rain? No, it was not enough. This kind of rain was neither anticipated, nor this kind of rain could have been handled by our infrastructure.
Okay.
So that's the whole submission to you, and through you to my people, that we were not infrastructurally, we were not ready to handle this kind of rain, because this once in 100 years. So now we have learned many lessons today, and I'm promising through you to people of Delhi that today itself we have put in a lot of measures which will not allow this sort of inconvenience to take place in the time to come.
Somnath Bharti ji, another question over here. When you have the Chief Minister of the state who is behind bars, when Atishi, who was holding dharnas, and she was hospitalized because her BP went down. Now, in a state such as this, it seems like an influx. And how are you going to be able to handle the situation, civic problems like these, when your ministers are either in hospital or behind bars?
See, I don't want to find fault in others, but I want to just assure people of Delhi that please be rest assured, we are capable enough of giving you good governance. We have given you good governance in the past, and we have learned today's lessons, and we'll be fixing things in the best possible manner so that no inconvenience is caused to you, any of the citizens of Delhi in the future.
Okay, and another question. Like I said, when you anticipate that there is going to be a problem. Now, just a few months from now in November, there is going to be smog that is going to engulf Delhi and neighboring parts of Delhi. Is there a foolproof mechanism this time around that the Delhi government has been able to find? Or will we have to go through the same cycle? It's unfortunate, sir, that people in Delhi, first you start off your year, you have the summer season and there is no water, there is no electricity. Then the monsoon hits the city, there is a water drainage problem, there is inundation of water, people lose lives, people's homes, the walls crack, and they even, the houses just completely collapse. That has been the state of affairs. The livelihoods get lost. And then a couple of months later, unfortunately, as the onset of winter, we see that the smog has engulfed the entire capital. So why are we not able to find a solution? And I'm not saying just the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm saying the BJP, I'm saying the state governments in Haryana and in Punjab and other parts, in Uttar Pradesh, in Rajasthan. Why don't you come together and find a solution?
I wish your appeal is heard by Honorable Mr. Modi, that he should honor the request of coming together. So let the centre take initiative. We have written many times to Honorable Prime Minister, to Honorable Concerned Minister of the Centre, that we need to sit together. Because see, flood, pollution, all these are not, they can't be contained in boundaries. They have to be handled centrally. They have to be handled in a true federal manner. We cannot anticipate that, all right, we will not be fixing Delhi's pollution and we'll be fixing only Haryana pollution. It can't happen like that. So that is what I'm saying. See, democracy has to be respected. People of Delhi have elected Chief Minister as Honorable Arvind Kejriwal ji. He should be given all freedom, all assistance, that come forward and fix things. We'll be standing by you. We'll be giving you all sorts of help. This should be the approach of Centre. This should be the approach of LG. But that's not happening.
This should also be the approach of the state governments, should be the approach of Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP and the Congress, whichever states they are ruling.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.